Now that we know how to get our 5-number summary, I've given you the 5-number summaries for working hours per week for a manager and his hourly workers, and we're going to work on creating a double box and whisker plot. Once again, like every other kind of graph or display of data, it is very important that we go ahead and make sure that we have a title. So I've supplied a title for you. This is working hours per week. And we're going to color code right away. I'm going to have my manager box and whisker plot be blue. And I'm going to have my hourly workers box and whisker plot be red. So that way I can make sure I tell the difference between them. Now when we go about doing this, we've got some steps. Once again, I'm going to run through those steps before we actually do it to help us out. So step 1 is going to be to calculate the 5-number summary if it's not already given. In our case, it already has been given. Then we're going to mark our number line and plot so we can plot our points. So I'm looking here and I see that my smallest value on here is 28 and my biggest value is 60. And that's a range of 32. So I'm going to go up, I think, by 2s to make my graph. So we're going to get there. But in the meantime, we'll go through our steps first. Step 3 is then going to, once you have your 5 points plotted, you're going to connect the lowest value to quartile 1 with a whisker, and I'll show you what that means. Then we'll connect quartile 1 to quartile 3 with a box, and we'll draw a vertical line down through the median so we can separate that box. And step 5 then is going to be to make that last whisker from quartile 3 to the highest value. So let's go ahead and number our number line. We said we need to go from 28 to 60. So I'm going to go 28 here, and then 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50. And I'm actually going to erase and spread this out a little bit because we can go a little bit. So apologize, hold on. So 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. Make it a little easier to read. 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60. Make sure that you can read your numbers. So now we'll plot our points. So for our first data set, we have 37. So 30, 32, 34, 36, that's going to go here. And I plot above the line because if you make it on the line, it's just going to get messy. Then we have 40, 45, so 42, 44, 45, 50, and 60. So now this is for our manager, so I'm going to show you what I mean by these points. So we're going to connect with a whisker, which is just a line. Then what we're going to do is we're going to make a box like this, and then we draw a line down through the median. So we got this box with a line down the middle, and then a whisker. And what this is doing is you can be able to make analysis of how your data is spread out based upon this 5-number summary. Now we'll go back to plotting the points for the hourly workers. I'm going to plot it up even higher. So we have 28, and then we've got 33, so 30, 32, 33, and then 36, so 34, 36, and then 38, and 41. And then we'll take our red that we said we were going to use, whisker, box, first quartile to third quartile, connect the line down through the median, and then another whisker. So now we've got our box and whisker plot created. And so now what we're asking you to do is to summarize the data set. Describe the spread per quartile, the spread of the middle 50% of the data, and any potential outliers. So as you can see, if I look for hourly workers, they're all relatively close. So we could say, and I'll keep it in red so you have it, so hourly workers it has similar data with an even spread. And small quartiles. And as you can see, looking at this, from here to here is really close, so the interquartile range is small. So I'll say IQR. Now, if we look on the blue side for the manager, we have a very short gap here, from here to here, and then it's pretty wide here for the middle range, and then we have this outlier out here. So I'm going to go ahead and say for the manager, we have a large spread. 60 is an outlier. And the IQR is balanced but large. Because if you look, it spreads out over the course of 40 to 50. That's 10 hours. But it's pretty well balanced because it goes from 40 to 45 and 45 to 50. And overall, you can say that managers work more hours on average than hourly employees. Now what you need to do is take this battery of life of two strands of cell phone batteries is as follows. You need to create a double box and whisker plot, so you're going to have to create a 5-number summary. And then once you create the double box and whisker plot after you find your 5-number summaries, I want you to summarize this data sets, discuss the spread per quartile, spread of the IQR of the data, and any potential outliers, and bring your questions to class.